Boom, it's Big Qadeer back with You Can't Tell Me Shit. And today is Tuesday. We got a special guest in the house, and I'm going to let the brother introduce himself.
Yeah, I'm Uncle Troof, or UNC Troof. And I'm going to let y'all know first of all, I'm not no professional, nothing like that. I'm just a brother on the street, man, working a 9 to 5. So, let you know, he bring a special guest. I'm just ordinary people, man, to come.
Right on. So, when the brother say that, I call him a special guest in the sense of the brother got different layers to himself. He equipped with information that we may need to know. And today we talking about the upbringing of our children and what do we expect from the things that we are installing in them. And I think this brother is a very opinionated brother, and just not an opinionated brother, a brother with good morals and values. So today's topic is, how do we want our men children to receive the women children that is being brought up by single parents and is being taught the wrong things that me and him may think the wrong things, others may not. But how do we have our sons defend themselves by young women that are being taught the same thing? Do you have some type of input on that, brother?
Taught what? What they teaching? Society teaching them. You know, right now, man, as far as like the mother factor, as far as the role model, mother these days, I don't give too much credit to it. You know, everybody got their own generation. So just like the generation that preceded us, it was the same thing. They didn't approve what we did. So I always try to keep that in perspective. But right now, it's getting kind of like crazy right now, though.
And it is. So just to second what you're saying, like he say, we all have kind of like lines that we look up to. When we was youth, we looked up to our grandfather. So now the lines are so weakened. So do you feel that the youth really don't have strong models to look forward to or to look to see how to act?
No. I mean, you know, if I was about their age, I'd probably doing the same thing. But we need more people to sit there and say, "Now, I understand having fun, and I don't want to get to the point where you got to be religious." You know, it's just all about what you want in life, and who you want in your life.
So let me ask you this: do you think the numbers of children having children is so high because of what mothers are more friends with their daughters? They don't have the same rules and values that we had. Why do you think so many women, young women, is having kids and the fathers is not there to assist them raising the kids?
Well, it's kind of been happening, but nowadays, okay, back then, it was more like kind of shunned, kind of shameful, whatever it might be. You know, everybody got somebody, let's say such had a baby, whatever it might be, and she's only like 12, 13, 14 years old. But these days, it's kind of like more accepted. It's not shocking right now.
Yeah.
When the females, like 14 years old, already have 2 kids. It's not shocking now.
Because I believe back in the day, the man had a sense of obligation to a family.
Yeah.
So when you was back in the day, we didn't even go to the 90s. It was more a sense of a man was obligated to stay with a family, raise a family, go through a marriage, and even stay with the person till the kids turn 18 because of principles, values, morals. But now the man just feel like it's easier to uproot, go start another family with a woman that'll listen, where he can raise the kids and install his rules instead of staying with a person and fighting with the motherfucker every day and don't nobody learn nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
So do you think that it's more easier to uproot and just run from a problem nowadays than stand and fix it?
But this is the issue that I see. I remember they had an article in Jet magazine, and they were saying that black men were so scarce now that they'll take a half a man. In other words, they'll start compromising just to have somebody to fill that empty spot. But these days here, you have a lot of females, man, and you're a couple like me. That's why I'll be having a failed relationship, because I end up filling that lonely void. And a lot of female in my circle, then next you know, I'm going downhill. But society is kind of like rooted. You know, I seen a female yesterday, and I knew her from a store that she used to work at, right? And she took me on, and I said, "What's up?" She said, "You got some money?" Yeah, I said, yeah, I got a little money, but then what they got to do with you? You know what I'm saying? But now that's like the norm conversation.
That's the normal.
That's the norm conversation for a female asking what you got.
So damn. So with that being said, I was watching something this morning, and it just gave some hell of a percentages, Aki. It gave some percentages. Male on male relationships have a 21% chance of divorce rate. Male on female have a 51% a divorce rate. Women on women have a 79% a divorce rate. So now with these numbers, we gonna exclude the male on male shit because we don't give a fuck about it anyway. But we gonna look at the male on woman and the women on women. So first and foremost, I think now is the time where women want to come back home. Yeah. As far as women on women, I think it's kind of played out. I think it went through like a stage to where they thought that it would be easier with another woman. But now I'm thinking that they realize that they made a tragic mistake.
Man, that's another thing. I always tell you the truth. Don't y'all can do what y'all want to do. Whatever you can do it anyway, so it don't matter. Me myself, I do not promote. I don't condone homosexuality at all. I'm a male, female, don't make no difference. The same to me. People try to make it different for us, like when they see a man with a man, like, ooh, they still kind of like somewhat can't accept it. But now, more so, they accepting more of the female doing it. But I keep telling them the same thing. Listen, I'm pretty sure you miss more than one female. So I'm sure that you had fights, someone cheated, you know what I'm saying? Someone did things that you feel like is a violation, to arguing and stuff like that. You go through the same thing. So I don't know why people think that it's gonna be different once you have the same sex, wherever they might be. That's a carnal thing. That's a self-pleasure thing. But for us, like thinking things gonna change, like because you a female, nah, that's a sick thing for me.
So,
you know?
With that being said, man, that's a good point that you made. And, the flag has been raised high, and it's been whipping in the wind hard. And I'm just glad that we get to a point to where, man, we can finally have a conversation, brother among brothers, brother among sisters, and everything. And I'm not gonna say that male and female is on the same page, but I can honestly say this. I think the universe is waking back up again. A lot of people is coming out of a tragic stage. A lot of people is coming out of the stages where they feel they was deceived by the opposite sex. You can never be deceived by the opposite sex. Those are the things that you go to be with a person for a long time. So when you skip the stages of courtship supposed to be 6 months to a year. When you let a man move in with you for 2 shit, what do you think you gonna get? Why do you think you gonna be surprised when you find out the brother don't brush his teeth? Because you didn't get a chance to know him.
So you know what? I'm trying to like revert back a little bit. Now,
okay.
Check this out here. Now you remember when we was growing up, homosexuality always kind of like being here, right?
Yes.
Okay, why is it more now than it was back then? It was the same female. So you got a lot of females about my age, haven't even considered it. You know what I'm saying? None of my sisters are like that. And the idea is now they implanted something. It's like, I'm going to tell you something, man, which my belief system is. But according to the Bible, when Eve took that bite of the apple, and she somewhat, what you going to say, he woke up, wherever they might be. So the idea is, though, man, when a female is being implanted in their heads, man, that this is cool, this is acceptable, man, we could do this, man, you can love who you want to love, wherever they might be. And, now the females come as a younger age, they more out to try it because society's saying it's cool. Yeah. But I say that was the same females back then than it was. Okay, why are they doing it now? You never thought about nothing like that. But now it's more acceptable. More come on in, or females slapping each other on the ass, wherever they might be. All that's cool because it's acceptable. It's all for fun.
Well, I think I agree with that too. 100%, I agree with that. But I think to add on to the brother, I think it's also because human beings nowadays is just scared to find their self. So I think now that they're running to another person, they thinking that if I can throw my problems on the other person, they can help fix me. They wouldn't give a fuck if it's a male or a female. And not just that, being with the same sex is no consequences nowadays. Back in the day, it was consequences. You may be shunned from your family. You may be harmed. It was a lot of things. You could not get a job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So back in the day, it was more consequences than it is today. Today, shit, if you stay with the same sex, you get more love than the person that go with the opposite sex.
And not only that, man, the laws. You got more laws that pretty much. Okay, I'm a heterosexual male. So did this that means straight. So did this though, man. They were more out to take the side of someone, on grounds of discrimination or what you call it.
So really? So let me ask you this. Society let you marry the same sex and say you got to be with this motherfucker every day. You got to provide for him. You got to agree with him. And if you leave him, you give him everything. But society don't make you be with your kid every day. They'll give you a piece of paper and say you only got to see him 2 months out the year. Mm-hmm. 2 times out the month, I mean. So if I see my son 2 times out the month, that means I only see him what?
2 times out the month, it's going to be 2.
What?
So you got 24 already.
24, I see him 24 days a year.
Yeah, so that's what you got? That's what you faced with?
24 days a year. Because the white motherfucker give me permission to see my son 24 days a year, pay everything, not teaching nothing. But on the flip side, and I'm just asking this question because I just want society to see how it's set up for us to fail and not just black, white, Mexican.
Say, man, the scale is tilted, especially for a female. But you're not dealing, a lot of females be up to saying, used to say things like, man, what you gonna do for me? You supposed to be the breadwinner, you supposed to be, hold up, man. Okay, back then, the men, when they did things, went home and come back, bring the bacon home, like they say. Did this though, they got a meal cooking, a lot of things, man, a female doing whatever to make a man happy because he know that he got the roughest part of the relationship is going out there and go get it. But the female used to make it work like that. But nowadays, bro, a lot of females, man, I'm not going to say everybody because some females do their own, but a lot of females expecting for you to go home, make the bacon, come home, and still do things around the house and stuff like that.
Clean.
Now, me, myself, I'm one of them 50-50, brother. I think they got the misconception about that, too, because it'll never be 50-50. But the idea is, though, man, for myself, man, my thing is that I put in what I can and you put in what you can. You know what I'm saying? If I'm making more than you, of course, I'm going to pay probably most of the bill. If you make more than me, you may not pay just probably most of the bill, but you a little bit up there as well. You know what I'm saying? So, man, these days, shit, they put so much pressure on.
So either way it goes, you still sacrifice.
But the female, you know what? Like I said, I'm not talking about everybody, man, but, I do know some females be taking care of their business, my nieces and other females I know. But, man, they want a man to do every damn thing, but then again, you want to claim equality. Equality,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to be equal, but you still want me to be, man, take a look. I had one female in my past. She made like maybe 2.5 more than I, made. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's double and a half what I made. This female still wanted me to pay the rent every time I ready to leave from work, go pick me up some cigarettes, even though you done pass all these stores. And she still want me to take care of everything on the financial part while she pocket her money. I said, this ain't making sense. Now, for the female, I say, man, it's a man duty. Look, man, it's a duty, if you want to say that, though, for my wife. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't your wife, I'm not the sole provider. Everybody's dependent on themselves, man.
And so it's fair to say,
responsible for yourself.
It's fair to say that, listen, women, we go tell you this off the top. So y'all ain't even got to try to figure this part of the motherfucking mathematical equation out. Every man is not supposed to be followed. Every man is not a strong leader. You agree with me?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so we not saying every man. So we not getting into the realm of a motherfucker that's laying on your couch, a person that's driving your car to work. We not talking about them. We not talking about them. So a lot of times, stop trying to dress little boys up to be men and you won't get in that goddamn situation. So we ain't talking about that anyway. We talking about strong brothers that's coming in, that's willing to accept your kids or your quote-unquote grandkids, things of that nature, that's willing to accept dealing with different elements, because I had a person ask me a question, right? And I want to know your opinion on this. I told the person, I won't date no woman with kids. And I got 2 young kids.
Yeah.
And she asked me, well, why the fuck you don't think you can date a woman without kids and a woman can date you with kids?
I'm like this here. If I'm paying a rent, this has always been my principle. I date a woman with kids, but once I see her kid is not disciplined and the way your interaction with that kid, a bad kid will destroy a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So did this though, man, I accept a female with kids, but if I was taking you serious, as far as like, okay, well, I'm interested in this female here, right? I want to meet those kids. But like I say, yeah, because I know it's gonna a lot of things. There's gonna be some telltale signs right there, man.
And you know, a lot of men earn their shit in life, and they feel like they don't want to be put second towards no kid.
I gotta say this here too. You know, and this is crazy. A lot of females, well, a lot of mothers are just straight up calling their kids bitches, and they're not doing it in a way that's meant to be derogatory. That's just everyday language. Bitch, I told you to go get that, it's in the kitchen. I'm like, so what you think your kid gonna do when the kid go to school? What you think they're gonna do when they meet a dude and she wanna speak what's on your mind? It's not always to speak what's on your mind, man. You know, people say, I'm grown. I could just say what I wanna say. Listen, man, that's a lie. Because if police stop you, you don't wanna get no ticket, you can watch what you say. You go to court, you can watch what you say. Your supervisor, you can watch what you say. If you don't, you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So our idea is stop saying a kid or a child that's not developed maturely would say anything out their mouth because they still don't understand about consequences. Now, a grown person, an adult, know that I shouldn't say this, I shouldn't say that, before I might offend someone. And on top of that, sometimes people deserve to be called a bunch of bitches and hoes and stuff like that. But as a grown person, as an adult, you know that, nah, I'm not even going to do it.
So with that being said, I want to bring this up, and I'm glad you brought that up. How do you feel about children calling their parents bros, shit like that?
Say this idea about that. You gotta understand, man, that these are kids, right? And you just playing it like we in the moment, but you actually groom your kid to when they become an adult. So call them bitches and hoes. Don't make them get up and clean their room. Don't give them some chores and stuff like that outside the house. Make them get a job when they're able to get a job. All this shit here should be kind of like played out and kind of like coached. That's why I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's somewhat a good thing, somewhat a bad thing. My dad got over 20-some kids and 4 pretty much don't have any kids. So I don't know how that happened. But the idea is, though, man, to me, when you start a child, stop thinking about the day. Think about what you want them to have when they get older. You know what I'm saying? The type of person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't just sit there all the time. Yeah, you got to start from here. So if I make them clean up, I make them stand up, make them do chores and stuff like my mom made me do. Hey, look, I've been working since I was 11 years old. And guess what? You know how I am about my job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my mom made me clean up the house. You go to my place right now, live by myself. You go to my place right now. My place is clean.
So let me ask you about this theory. Okay, you have a child, right?
I don't.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying, as far as a human being.
Yeah.
If you have a child, you installing certain things in them, and your friend have a child, one of your close friends, and he had the opposite sex child, and they're installing the right things in him. I know in America, planned marriages is like out of people's heads. They rather let their kids go out and find a person to go through hell with. But at this point in age in my life, from seeing everything that I have seen, I'm leaning towards planned marriages, brother. How would you feel about you having someone already lined up for your son? Because I know people saying, well, they should pick what they want and things of that nature. And we see our kids end up with baby mothers, fights, going to jail for fighting the mother. So how do you feel about a planned marriage in 2025?
I'll tell you, like I said, man, I'll tell you how crazy it is. So females don't think that this is some type of platform against women, because a lot of them don't even like to be called female. But so platform against women, that's not the case. But check this out here. Okay, it's a female, young, I'm older than what people think I am, so I'm able to date young, I'm able to date old. But check this out here, man. It's one female that was young and very attractive. She's Dominican Republican, so did this. So I said, man, this girl here, you know what I'm saying? She got a nice little job. She's a supervisor job of a big company. And I'm not gonna mention the company, but she worked for a big company and she's already a supervisor for a job. And so I said, like, man, you know, I don't know if she's like interested in me like that or not, but man, I see a lot of potential in her, right? So, man, what I did, I started thinking, who can I introduce her to? Another dude, you know what I'm saying, that she, you know, more closer to her age, something like that there, and that they both can have something going on for themselves. Man, Key, you know how long I had to sit there and wait? So, ladies, you know, I'm on your side about that. I had to sit there and keep thinking, what dude that would fit her type of frame of mind or school of thought?
Right.
But bro, did you know I could not find that one young man that I think that represent the same thing that she's representing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I chicks out here though, man, I end up finding one. One, I mean, man, but it took days. I started thinking about this guy here, this guy here, this guy here, this guy. I said, nah, this is not gonna be right for her. So it's both sides. You know what I'm saying? Guys is not teaching, you know, being taught responsibility and stuff like that. You know.
And with that being said by the brother, and like you say, this is not a woman bashing platform. So what the brother was saying, man, I like the way that he put it, because what he really is saying is that we think about y'all even before we get with y'all. It's a lot of men that walk away from women that is more financially stable because they be like, man, at this point in time, I don't even want to mess up her life because I ain't on the same page. But a woman don't think that we think for them sometimes before we even go try to meet them.
Man, listen, man, you know, when I told her my plans was, you know, when we had a community, you know, talk one time, and I say, look, man, on the cool, man, I think that, you know, that you got a bright future ahead. And so my only thought, when I thought about her, man, because she was a special girl, is that, man, she need a good dude, man, that's on that same kind of level. But, man, they not taught that here in the society, man. See, look, the parents can only raise a child mentally, man, to a certain status. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like 20%. But the rest of like that 8%, 80%, I like to tell, man, society really dictates what that child gonna think. You got social, they got social networks, you got school and stuff like that, man. So you only can do so much. Now, one thing they used to do back in the day, remember they say it take a village to raise a child? Man, if a child been raised in a village that we see right now, I understand why the child's so messed up.
Running around like a fucking rhinoceros without a horn. They're still ready to hit shit, but they ain't got a horn, because guess what? If a rhinoceros running around without a horn and trying to hit shit, no one is like truly afraid of him or worried about the consequences because he ain't got no horn. So when I look at children nowadays, like the brother said, they running around and they don't see nothing wrong with it. And we subjected to try to make it right or determine if it's wrong. When the parent is not determining if it's right or wrong because they don't understand. And so now when I look at a situation as far as how fast a woman want to fight a man, it's not even to the point to where they feel intimidated or feel they can be harmed because society had told them that we so equal now that it don't matter if it's fighting, it don't matter if it's financial, it don't matter if it's strength. I think they done deleted that they need a man in their mind anyway.
Yeah. Well, you know what I was imagining? If I had a daughter, man, I guarantee you.
What would be some of the morals and values that you feel that's being left out now that you will install in yours?
Man, it'd be the same thing for if I had a boy or I had a girl. First of all, I'm gonna teach him how to, what I can, teach him how to cook, clean up behind himself and stuff like that, so he could be independent, so he could bring something to her to the table with her. For a female, she's gonna be cutting that yard. She's gonna be talking about washing them dishes. I'm not talking about solely. But these are things that she's gonna learn. She's gonna tell me I have to get her a job because it don't make no sense for you thinking that a man that you barely even know should foot all these bills.
So you would be teaching her those things so she can have me quit, but not to gain masculinity, correct?
Yeah. Just come on so she can be on her own. See, back in the day, man, you know, in the early days and stuff like that, they used to take the kids out to hunt, you know what I'm saying, son, like, they started at a young age. All that, like, what you call, minors, and for us like you're not becoming an adult until you're like 18 years old. No, it was much younger than that back then.
Well, I understand
like
that because I'm looking at the WNBA right now. They finna lose all their sponsorships and things of that nature. And I'm not thinking it because it's women playing basketball. I'm thinking because the world don't want to watch women be on the court and look just as strong as men, have the same attitude as men. So I'm thinking that people don't want to tune in because I'm thinking people saying, well, shit, I could just watch the NBA instead of watching the WNBA and seeing a replica of men.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just my thoughts, and I'm just thinking that. And the reason why I said that because, like you said, you would teach your daughter to cut the grass. So I don't think that a construction worker lady should just walk around every day with a vest and boots and start acting like her construction worker co-workers just because she a woman that do construction work. So I think a lot of time women that get those type of positions and do those type of things, they take on masculinity ways. And I think that's where the change and the conflict and confusion come in at.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't have no problem seeing a female. In fact, I'd be like honoring that female. I mean, admiring that female. As far as like she doing construction, whatever it might be, especially if she doing that and still playing the role of a man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got some NBA, WNBA players that turn on now. I think was it Cheryl Swoop, the one that got started at, is that they might look massive masculinity, what we want to call it. I ain't gonna necessarily say it's that. But on the court, but when they get off the court, they get into a woman mode.
But a lot of them have on the same clothes, so we not saying what they want to do.
I'm talking about like Skylar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got some beautiful women.
But you have certain ones, but when you look at the WNBA as a whole. So what I'm saying is, I don't mind them doing anything that a man can do, but why lose your femininity when you does those things? Why lose that? Why disregard that? So if you a construction worker now you want to walk around with your motherfucking construction boots. Hey, baby, that's just your job. So I'm thinking that their careers is spilling over into their personal life and things of that nature.
Well, you see what I'm saying? I don't know, because you got some women that know how to differentiate. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be at the work, on the job, like the man, and come home and get into their personal life. You know what I'm saying? Real. But I understand, like you said, what you keep on making reference to for us, like women trying to act like men. Now, that's crazy to me.
Because I'm not against no woman being a cop, a firefighter thing that. I'm saying what I'm seeing, I don't have an issue with neither one of them because I wouldn't give a fuck what you do. But I'm saying my issue that I'm seeing is their job title is giving them a sense of entitlement to not be feminine no more. Now they stepping into a realm of they wearing basketball caps more than me. They wearing basketball shorts more than me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying with those things, do you think a job title or a job could take away from a woman's femininity?
Well, I think that her, in that case, because I could agree with you and not agree, but sometimes they play the game and try to play the game as the man. Not necessarily trying to be the man, but they know it's going to take some type of tenacity, man, when you come into a ring with nothing but males. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you try to emulate or try to sometimes in some cases be a little bit more tougher because in the environment that she's in. You know what I'm saying? So I can't put it, because I ain't gonna lie, man, one thing I know about Dallas is that a lot of females, man, they some hustlers.
So let me ask you this.
It, man.
That's correct. So let me ask you this.
I give
what
that
level of teaching do you feel that you got in you at this point? Because some women is coming equipped with nothing. Some women is coming equipped with something. If you meet a woman today, how far is you willing to go to be with? Is you willing to teach her how to wash clothes, cook, or do she already got to have certain attributes?
Yeah. Because she expects for me to have certain attributes. She want me to be a leader. She want me to be a breadwinner and stuff like that, man. She want me to take care of the house. She want to feel safe with me. She want to feel some type, like I said, the security and stuff like that, man. If that's a bag up, you know what I'm saying? But I also want to feel that my female have my back.
Okay.
If I need her, she's gonna be there.
Okay.
Through the ups and downs, stuff like that, man. And so me, I'm strange. I always preach this. I get accused all the time, man. But I'm more of a monogamous person. When I'm in a relationship with one female,
damn, I'm glad you said that,
that's
because
the
a
only
lot
thing
of
I
women
deal
think
with.
that shit is gone.
They think that man, and I might be a decent looking dude, and they automatically, especially when I dress right now, I'm casual, but they think that automatically, he's gonna cheat. Okay, some female find me attractive. Okay, he gonna cheat. Nah, man. First of all, if I have a conversation with a woman, I'm gonna dictate what we're gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying, to a certain degree.
Right on.
And the moment I saw seeing she started having personal interest, I'm gonna bring my woman up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring it up because I know where she going at with it. You know what I'm saying?
Off your back.
And I don't do no sneaky texts. I'm friendly, so I speak to anybody, man, but I make sure I gauge the conversation. But a lot of females these days, it's like they do, like, pretty much what you were saying through the course of this conversation, is that they are taking on more of the male roles now, than where they doing more, I can't say more, but they doing a lot of sneaky links. I don't do no texting behind back, because to me, if I got to do all that, I don't have time to waste.
And nowadays, you damn near gotta be. Back in the day, you used to be secure when your woman hung out with her friends. And nowadays, you damn near don't know what's going on. She hanging out with her friends or what?
And I don't have a leash. I don't keep my female on a leash, man. But I'm telling you, man, I'm trying not to get in that mode that you can get in sometimes. But sometimes I need to get in that mode that he's in, man, because they get out of control, man. Because I've been cheated on, man, more than enough now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really used to that. You know what I'm saying? I used to leave in a minute. But, man, oh, man, it's crazy these days, bro. It make you want to throw in the towel for a relationship. Because I'm like to say, be honest with you.
So let me ask you this, because I see where you finna go with this, and I just want to just ask you this question before you say that. So do you feel that, man, you can live comfortably by going home, earning your own money, having your own house, having your own car, doing what you want to do, and have a woman that you take out occasionally? Do you feel that a lot of men at this point in time feel they don't need a woman 24/7? They just need a woman occasionally?
Well, they need it. It's just hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? Like me, myself, I always know that, I guess I always know. I do know that, we not, created to be alone, you know what I'm saying? So you need you need love. That's been part of the human makeup, you know what I'm saying? To be with someone. But I tell you what, how we fill in those gaps. And females may look at it all crazy, whatever they might be, having a hookup partner, like you said, we don't have no inner obligation to one another. That's one way. And this is something that I'm gonna go ahead and address, because a lot of people may not address. But real talk, when we buying these females on the street, wherever they might be, the prostitute, something like that, it's cheaper. It's way cheaper. It's not. I'm not even talking about just plain financially.
Mentally?
I'm talking about mentally and all that. Man, I give you what you want, and you give me what I want. You know what I'm saying? And then it's so we both go our separate way. It's not the idea that a man wants to do it wherever they might be, because to me, I grew up with parents in the house.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable going home to a female. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I really like. That's why I really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm more comfortable with co-housing. You know what I'm saying? With another female. You know what I'm saying? Or a woman. But these days here, I'm really getting to the point to where I just rather just give you something, man, you might need, man. But at the same time, I don't think that's sometimes to pay, because I'm pretty good at that, real. Man, look, man, we're gonna take a little, we're gonna get a little funny with this, man. But it's reality, though, man. But I'm like this here. When I do pay, I say if you get an orgasm, I want half my money back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a real, because how you gonna get about 3 or 4? I get 1, and you contend I'm still paying you. You know what I'm saying? But
I think I know men that came to the concept that pleasure is not. Who gives a fuck about the man catching pleasure?
That's man.
We don't. Men don't worry about catching pleasure in sex. We don't care about catching pleasure in a relationship. We want to make sure our family is straight. We want to make sure our family is happy. We want to make sure our job is secure so we can have the money for our family. We want to make sure our sex is on point so our woman can be happy. So when we taking pills and shit, hell, motherfucker, it ain't to satisfy us, because we'll be satisfied with 20 pumps incoming.
Yeah. You're right.
So a lot of things we do is
longevity. That's what they is to make sure, because for us, the anatomy or the makeup of the woman, versus the makeup of the man, and I remember reading this here before, is that the blood going to pretty much one area for the man. But for a female, the blood got to circulate to the, you know what I'm saying, to the breast, you know what I'm saying, different parts of the body, so it take longer. Now I understand that song when the song say, I like a man with a slow hand with an easy touch. Because it takes longer for a woman to get aroused and get in that mode versus a man.
Man, a lot of this the one motherfucking thing I hate, man. When a woman use that motherfucking title, you don't treat me the way you used to. Listen. Let me tell you something. I'll be a goddamn fool to treat you the way that I used to. Already put the bait on there to catch the fish. That's just like saying you go at a job the same way once you get it. No, once I caught you, now I'm starting to do the work.
Yeah.
So it can't be I can't do the same shit that I did to catch you.
Yeah.
Because if you want me to do the same thing that I did to catch you, baby, we not talking about reality. Men and women do certain things to obtain the other person. Then once they get to with the person, that's when the real work starts.
Yeah.
So a lot of time, women, a man not gonna be able to treat you the way that he treated you when he first met you. If you thinking like that, you falsifying your happiness and you're creating a picture in your mind. To me, that's unstable. How can a man treat you the way that he treated you when he first met you? Yeah, certain things that he did for you when he first met you may still be there, but y'all gonna grow, and to have a relationship work takes work.
So you know what though? One thing they teach, I guess that's both ways. Like I say, I try to just, you know, speak my reality, right? But chicks out here, man, we were taught how to get something. You know what I'm saying? You know how to talk, how to get women. You know, I was taught how to get money, wherever it might be. But one thing that we wasn't taught is how to keep it.
It's how to keep it.
We wasn't taught how to keep it. You know how you can dress up and you got this whole facade to get what you want, wherever it might be, man, and it happened, man, but we was not taught.
Because it worked both ways. It worked both ways. Because a woman get us a certain type of way. And we have complaints about she don't do this no more, or she don't do that no more. So, you know, a lot of times women say shit, but men just don't have the motherfucking rights or the area to speak on certain things. So we also feel like when we met a woman, when we used to get invited to her house, she used to open up the door in lingerie. Her hair used to be done. Now after we done went with her for 2 months and we go over there, her hair ain't done. She say, give us a moment. She come out. So a lot of things that we look at as to be carried on, we trick ourselves. So I think I think a lot of human beings make up a picture of how they want their life.
Say, I tell you what, you know, since you saying that, right? Yeah, I was thinking about this anyway. Look, man, I remember, you know, how I am, you know, where my heart is, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing something for a person, but they got to kind of like prove that they try to do something for themselves. Now, you know, I had that one female to live with me. And, you know, she lost her ID. She didn't have nothing. I took her in. I, you know, got these clothes for her and stuff like that. At the thrift store, you have something to start off with, you know. But I took care of all that little hygiene, whatever stuff like me, right?
You made her a complete package.
Yeah. So then this though, man, it's like I did all these things for the female, and we start having just a little difference, whatever it might be. I don't like too much getting into the arguments and stuff like that. But guess what though, man? I came home one day, out of all the things I've been doing for her, and I wasn't trying to trick her or anything like that. What really made me want to do that for her, man, because she was so highly smart and intelligent. So I seen the future in her.
You just wanted her to be great.
Yeah, man. But I'm talking to her, she didn't hardly do too much of nothing when she first moved in. And we started having a little disagreements, whatever it might be, right? I knew about that, the age difference. But I'm going to tell you one thing that she did, man, that made me feel good, bro. And you might think this tense. I came home from work one time, and she looked at me, and she smiled. You know what I'm saying? They tell my man like she was genuinely happy to see me. How was your day at work? I say, man, you know how, see, it don't take that, what a lot of women don't understand. It really don't take that much for a man.
It don't take that much.
And she was already attractive. She was already bad as it is. You know what I'm saying? But when I came home and she was up there sitting on the couch and smiled like she was just happy to see me, like that, man, she didn't have to say no words. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to say nothing, man, because guess what? I came home to a peaceful house. Evidently, she's happy and everything good. Well, so it's important, bro, how you treat your man, what you can get out of him.
Well, what the brother just said, this is crazy that he said that because it opened up a lane for him. So listen, women, just say if you is with a man that cheat and just say if you is with a man that don't know how to handle his money financially, a lot of times, and listen to what I'm saying, woman, a lot of time women have the power to control their man without their mouth. The way that you carry yourself, the way that you rub his back, the things that you do will give him a conscience. So say if you have a man that is a mischievous man with his dick, he always going out and finding a hole to drop it in. If he see you coming, if he come home and see you hurt and see you crying, you ain't gotta say, baby, why you still cheating on me? His conscience and his morals of his self go kick in and say, man, I shouldn't even be cheating on my motherfucking girl. Man, she too good. Why is I putting her through this? Yeah. A lot of times, a man will change by how you treat him.
Yeah, how you make him feel? Like,
how you make him feel?
Like, I've been in another relationship. This is like a long time ago, man. I enjoyed being with my girl. I mean, man, we was like not only just lovers, and she lived with me at the time, man. But to me, go out to like a club or any type of outing and stuff like that, to even come to this spot here, man, I used to tell her bring my girl along with me.
And she complimented you.
Yeah, she complimented me, man.
She didn't assault you with where you was looking or if you not looking at your. So it was a lot of elements that was gone.
Yeah, well, no, it's like, the negativity. Yeah,
negativity. Man, get to the point where you're hung out.
And that's something I want, man. I just don't want a female just be there to have sex. Gotta have that sex thing.
So let me ask you this: why do when the word relationship get put on a man and a woman, friendship seem like it just get kicked out the fucking window?
And guess what? I guarantee you that the divorce rate, pretty much probably always high, but probably higher now, it's because you and your mate, wherever they might be, y'all forgot that one thing. How to be friends.
How to be friends.
How to be goofy. You know what I'm saying? Laugh and
I think
whatever.
A lot of motherfuckers, when they get into a relationship, they just start looking at the work. But a relationship is not work, literally. A lot of people get in there and I think just have the concept, Aki, of just trying to make something be in this place or try to make something be like this before this time, or when we get married, or hold on, baby, just let some things take its course.
Yeah.
So I think, and I'm gonna give you my outro opinion of this, then the brother go give his, and then we gonna sign off. But I think nowadays relationships is based on more of a checkbook. And when I say a checkbook, not literally a checkbook, I'm talking about a checkbook. A man need this, check. A man need this, check. A man need this, check. Book.
Just unrealistic,
So I think nowadays relationship is built on a checkbook. So, and like he said, vice versa. So I think with that being said, a lot of times a person don't even know if they letting a good person go because they just have that checkbook. They don't have another checkbook that may be consistent and wellness for them. So with that being said, I'm going to just say it like this. Women, disregard your checkbook and just go with the flow and see what you can see in a man, and you may have a better way of finding a motherfucking mate and having a long lasting standing relationship. And with that being said, I'm going to let the brother give his thoughts on what we said, and then after that, we going to sign off.
And listen, if you don't know the man, don't come to or go to a man and first thing come out your mouth on that type of level is like, what can you do for me? You know what I'm saying? To me, what we could do for each other. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody would like to feel like they use. I understand that females have the thought, and pretty sure it's true, that when a man meets a woman, that the first thing he want to do is sex. You know what I'm saying? So now they use it to advantage to where I got what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? But I did this where I would teach my daughter is to be independent of yourself, take care of your business, and when you get that mate, that's an additive, but never compromise yourself.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
And with that being said, brother, do you want to give me your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok, whatever you have, man? Give it to them, man. Let the people know who you is, how to follow you, and get with this brother, because this brother is on the right page. He have some motherfucking powerful thoughts and powerful lessons.
Man, look, I'm just a regular nigga. Excuse my language, man.
Man,
But I want to put myself like on the pedestal because I work 9 to 5 jobs, so did this though, man. And but one thing about me, sisters out there, man, y'all think it's not no good dudes out here. I know dudes like of my age, good dudes, but when I was referenced to the young lady, I was trying to get some out of her age. Mm-hmm. So it is some good dude, man. But like myself, y'all don't think that I don't, my last past relationships, I don't cheat, even though they cheated on me. I didn't retaliate by cheating. I just simply just left them alone. In my courting stage, section time, I don't cheat. I give her an opportunity. If I don't like it, I let her know. So did this though, man. Stop. And another thing too, stop raising your sons to be the man that you don't want your daughter to be with. The ones that they complain about. Stop raising your son to be that man that you don't want your daughter to be with.
Boom. And with that being said, brother, give me your Instagram, Facebook, so they can tap in with you and get on your line.
Well, you just go to Uncle Troof.
Uncle Troof.
Yeah, that's Instagram, Uncle Troof. So it should put up, you just put up Uncle Troof. That's Troof. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Troof.
And boom, it's Big Qadeer. This is my first 45-minute video for the people that's short-minded. Y'all, I'm gonna leave some links where y'all go on Instagram and y'all can just tap in and just see little inserts. But for the people who want to see the whole interview, you can go to YouTube. I'm gonna leave the link inside the description on my Instagram. And with that being said, this is Big Qadeer. You can't tell me shit.
Sure.
Peace.